Happy Saturday, everybody. It's Angela here. I just wanted to come to you guys this morning and just say I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Whether you got to sleep in this morning or you're watching cartoons with the kiddos, whatever it is, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Kevin and I have been tackling a few tasks this morning. It is so much nicer out here this morning. I think it's maybe 50-ish right now. Got a little wind, so it's got a little coolness to it, but compared to what it's been, it is so much nicer. So anyways, this morning we have so far tackled getting some of the wire buried underground for the solar, and Kevin is currently working on getting that wired up and everything in the house, and I'm really no use in that area. So I thought I would come out to the chicken coop and kind of tidy up a little bit. We've been getting more eggs lately, and they're kind of coming in dirty because they need some more shavings put down. So I thought I would go in and do that and maybe show you guys some ideas that I've got. When we moved down here back in October, basically in order for us to stay down here, we needed to have our animals with us. So we threw up the quickest chicken house that we could that would basically get us by. But if you know me, I love to decorate, and so of course my chickens have to have a cute coop. So I'm going to be working on that here probably. It's not that important, so I'll probably try to squeeze it in between projects as I can get Kevin to help me. But anyways, I'm going to work on that today, and we've got several other projects that we're going to work on, but I will kind of show you what we've got going on in the chicken coop right now and just kind of give you an idea of what it is I want to get done. So give me just a second. Good morning, ladies. How are y'all? Everybody comes in to greet me. I don't have any treats this morning. No, I don't have any treats. All right, let's back up. All right, so here's the inside of the coop. And as you can see, it is kind of messy in here. You girls have made a giant mess. You know it? Yeah, y'all made a giant mess. So what I'm planning on doing in here is I'm going to come in and close the door so they don't escape. So here's what I want to do. I'm just going to kind of come in. I'm not going to clean this out because I don't want to take this extra layer of stuff that they've got down here, and because it just helps keep it warm. But what I'm going to do is just kind of tidy up by adding some shavings. Now, up front we have our Dominickers, which we use for our egg layers, and then in the back we have them separated, and we have our meat birds, which are our Rhode Island Reds. Now each side has their little door that goes out to their run, and that door right there just helps keep them separated so they don't get mixed together, because we do not have a rooster with our Dominickers, but we do have a rooster with our Rhode Island Reds. Now what we are going to do in the future out here is we are going to add like a little tunnel from their run out to the goats fence, so that way we can let one group of birds out at a time, and they can just kind of go out and roam, and that'll just give them some more space to go find bugs and all that kind of fun stuff. So since their coops are so small, it just kind of will give them a little place to stretch their legs. But anyways, they each have 3 laying boxes, and that's sufficient for just the amount of chickens that we have, amount of hens. So anyways, what I want to go through here and do is I would like to, this is going to be just a project that I want to do, when we've got some downtime. Not that there's going to be much of that, but whenever we've just got a free moment that I can get out here and just kind of decorate a little bit, because anybody that knows me knows I love to decorate. And of course my chickens have got to be cute. So what I want to do is kind of put an angled top here and put some tin, and just kind of clean that up so that will stop them from getting up here on top and making such a mess. And then I want to go down here and put in some curtains. I'm just going to make some little burlap curtains so that each girl can have her own privacy. One of the reasons I'm wanting to do that is because, as you can see, in the chicken coop, we have a large window. And so I like the window because it gives them the light to be able to see and such. But at the same time, when they're laying, they like, you know, they like it to be kind of dark and kind of have their privacy, I guess. So that's a project that I do want to put on there. Now, another thing that I want to do is I'm gonna put some one-bys on the walls and kind of like a shiplap, if you will, and paint everything up and make it nice and cute in here. And I'm just gonna do that with scraps. We have so many scraps left over from projects that I have a pile of wood that I just keep saving, and so I'm just gonna go through there and I'm gonna pick out what I can and make it work. And so that will probably be a longer process because I don't want to buy anything. I'm just going to use what I've got, and so I'll use it as I get it. And then behind that, I'm going to stick some insulation type stuff. I'll probably use Walmart bags or feed bags or something just to add a little bit of insulation. But other than that, that's pretty much, you know, what I want to do in here. I would love to find an old chandelier to hang in here. Of course with no lights, but just for looks, it would be really cute. So maybe one day when we go antiquing, I could do that. So that would be fun. But anyways, I don't know what these ladies are thinking they're gonna get, but I don't have any treats. No? No? Do I need to find you guys some treats? Yeah. We do need to get, I guess they've been roosting up here because I didn't notice, but we don't have a roost in here. We had, oh, it's out there on the thing. I guess Kevin pulled it while he was cleaning or throwing shavings in the other day. So we need to get that put in so that they have a permanent place to roost. The back chickens do have a permanent place to roost, but these girls do not. So of course they have their roost outside in their run, but they like to roost at night, so we'll work on that. Okay, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off. I'm going to clean, and then I will come back and show you what I got. Yeah, all right, here are the final results. They've already been in there and played a little bit, so they've scratched some of it up, but this should solve our dirty egg problems. So, all right, well, let's see what the next task is. Alright guys, I've moved into the bedroom, and as you can see, we got some mud on the wall yesterday. We didn't get it all mudded just because we have some more sheetrock to hang today. We've been waiting for him to get the electrical done, but we did get some of it done, so it's definitely a good start. Still got a lot to hang and mud, and he's sweeping this area so we can get some more sheetrock hung in here. But it's kind of dark, but if you can see, he's been working on the wiring of this massive thing, and that's why I have stayed away, because that just looks terrifying to me. I've helped pull a few wires in from the floor and such, but that's about as far as you want me to get near electrical stuff. So, all right, well, I think we're going to tidy this up and start hanging some sheetrock, so we'll be back in a bit. All right, we are back. We've managed to get a couple things done, have some lunch, and now we're back at it. So, like I showed you before, Kevin and I were going to get some sheetrock hung up here so that we could get all this buttoned up and cleaned up. And again, remember, we are using used materials as far as leftover scraps from other projects and stuff like that. I think we did end up having to buy 18 sheets, but we saved money on about 20 sheets, I think, that we used that were prior projects and stuff that we had left over. But so that's why some of it looks a little rough, but we can always fix that with a little bit of mud and a little bit of love. So here is, and a lot of trim. Here is the door area. This is the only area that we don't have done yet. This is our current window into our living room area. So this will come off as soon as we get a door, and that's the next thing on our list. We've got to run to Lowe's for doors, floors, and paint, and that way we can, you know, we should be wrapped up soon. But anyway, so this right here is where that hole's going to come out. We'll cut that out, put our door in, and then Kevin is working on right now getting this area right here in the floor is going to be where our battery box goes. So he's working on building that right now. We need to house these 8 batteries that we have right here, and so he's going to build us a box and make that look clean and neat, and so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I, however, have been the cleanup crew, and so I have gone through and cleaned up quite a bit. So we've got a clean floor to work off of, not tripping over stuff and such. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. All right, I'm back down here at the chicken coop. I heard a little noise going on, so we may have possibly had a new layer because it was pretty intense. But I thought I'd come in and check and see what our results were. And looks like this one is clean, and this one is still warm. This must have been the one that I just heard. But there you go. So it looks like my work was a success, and we have some happy hens. Alright, here is my wood pile I was telling you guys about earlier. Kevin's actually digging through it right now, trying to see what he can find for the box, because we love to build stuff out of scrap materials that we already have. So anyways, any extra wood that we have, I just toss it up here, and we dig through here anytime we need some. So I'm going to let him continue to dig through and see what he can come up with. All right, here we are. We are actually in the process of building this. So it's still got a little ways to go. We're working on the lid for it now, but we have a couple 2x10s, 2x4s, and some 1x on the inside to help just kind of hold the corners together. And we have cut that down and put some plywood on the bottom, and then we're making the lid right now, so we'll get that put on there. We've got to get some hinges. Who knows, we may have some of those laying around here as well. But all of this was made from scrap lumber that we had from the pile earlier. And then once he's done with this, I'll get my hands on it and I will stain it. And I use a dark stain. And it turns out really nice. It's what we've got in the rest of the house. And this little step here that you see will actually cover this with some wood, and we'll make this area stained as well, so all the trim will be stained. It'll all tie in really nice together, so when we're done, this box will look really good. We'll put some trim on the outside, some nice hinges, and it will look really good. And this is going to house the batteries, all 8 of those, and this will go right here underneath all of the wire box and such, and we'll just tuck away nice and neat in the corner. And basically that's what this room was built for, was for all of our solar stuff and just kind of a passageway from the old house to the extension. So thought I would show you guys that. Alright guys, here's the lid. We got it finished, and we are going to wrap today up with this. I think we're actually going to run out and try to look for some hinges and such and some caulk, so that way we can get the inside sealed up really well. And then he's got to vent out the back, so just in case if we have like a battery leakage or something going on, it'll be sealed up and nothing will get out except through the vent. So we're going to call it a day, guys, and tomorrow's Sunday, so we're going to rest, and then we will be back on Monday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and if you like it, give us a thumbs up, share it, comment, or subscribe. We'll see you Monday.